Why did India say no to Trump? The full story behind the 0-for-0 deal. Have you ever wondered how a deal that sounds fair can, in reality, benefit only one country? Have you noticed that when powerful nations talk about equality, they often mean others must simply accept their terms? Today, we are talking about a trade agreement that could have happened between the US and India, but India outright rejected Trump's 0-for-0 tariff model. Behind this decision wasn't just economic math, but a deeper strategy, a reflection of India's ground realities, and a strong resolve to stand up to global pressure. We'll explore all these angles in today's detailed video. But before we dive in, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss our updates. Let's get started. The US has always viewed its trade relationships like a business deal. And with Donald Trump returning to power, this approach has become even more aggressive. Terms like reciprocal tariffs, America first, and dominate the deal are not just slogans, they're at the core of his trade negotiation strategy. So when bilateral trade talks between India and the US resumed in March 2025, the US applied the same playbook it used with Europe or Japan, the 0-for-0 tariff model. 0-for-0 sounds simple. You drop tariffs on our products, and we'll do the same for yours. But in reality, this model only works when both economies are roughly at the same level. The economic gap between India and the US, however, is too wide for this to be fair. Indian officials made it clear that for a developing country like India, this model is not practical. That's why India rejected the proposal and instead pushed for a broader, balanced package deal. India didn't reject the US proposal out of fear. It did so because it now fully understands its place on the global stage. India knows its economy relies heavily on manufacturing and labor-intensive sectors. If India had suddenly agreed to the 0-for-0 model, the biggest blow would have fallen on its small and medium enterprises, sectors that provide employment to millions, such as textiles, leather, garments, jewelry, agriculture, and plastics. India's vision, therefore, was to negotiate a deal that not only promotes trade in goods but also gives equal weight to the services sector. Moreover, beyond tariffs, India emphasized addressing non-tariff barriers, obstacles that make imports and exports difficult despite low duties. That's why India and the US are now working toward a comprehensive package deal, one that reflects the priorities of both nations, not just a one-sided agreement dictated by one party's terms. The vision behind this deal isn't just to boost trade, it's to shape the future of the global economic structure. Currently, trade between India and the US stands at around $191 billion. But both nations aim to scale this up to $500 billion by 2030. That's not just a figure. It represents a foundational economic partnership that can strengthen both countries in their strategic competition with China. From the US side, the demands include lower tariffs in India on electric vehicles, alcoholic beverages, especially wine, petrochemicals, dairy products, and fruits like apples, nuts, and alfalfa. On the other hand, India has different priorities. It wants the US to offer concessions on labor-intensive sectors such as textiles, garments, gems and jewelry, plastics, leather, and pharmaceuticals. It is also pushing for cooperation on immigration policies, particularly easing H-1B visa processes to allow Indian IT professionals smoother access to work in the US. Now the question arises, is India really in a position strong enough to say no to a superpower like the United States? The answer is yes. India is now the world's fifth largest economy, and the US has been its largest trading partner for the past 3 years. In 2024, India recorded a $35 billion trade surplus with the US, meaning India's exports to the US far exceeded its imports. India's top exports included pharmaceuticals, $8.1 billion, telecom equipment, $6.5 billion, precious gems, $5.3 billion, and petroleum products, $4.1 billion. Meanwhile, imports from the US consisted mainly of crude oil, petroleum, coal, and high-tech aerospace parts. This trade balance has positioned India strongly in ongoing negotiations. Government officials say India is already taking a leading role in trade negotiations. Beyond the US, India has also structured trade frameworks with strategic partners such as the UAE, Australia, the UK, and the EU. This growing experience gives India an edge in talks with Trump's administration. India isn't just negotiating tariffs, it is aiming for long-term strategic engagement. Some experts believe that if India wants to shield itself from potential retaliatory tariffs by the US, it must strengthen its domestic preparedness. India needs to bring its logistics, manufacturing capacity, and policy framework up to global standards. The country is already working in this direction through initiatives like the Production-Linked Incentive, PLI, scheme, Gati Shakti, and the Make in India campaign. In the coming months, India and the US are set to hold sector-wise discussions at a regional level. These talks will cover areas like electronics, agriculture, pharmaceuticals, services, and technology. Teams of experts and government representatives will meet face-to-face to deliberate not just on tariffs, but also on quality standards, packaging rules, export incentives, and trade barriers. The goal is to complete the first phase of these discussions by September-October. After that, a bilateral draft agreement will be prepared, with plans to finalize it by early 2026. This agreement will not just be a trade deal, it will carry significant diplomatic weight, showcasing that India is no longer just an emerging economy, but a strategically independent and strong global partner. The real test now lies in whether India can protect its own interests while negotiating a deal with the US on equal footing. Will this agreement truly be a win-win for both nations, or will it once again tilt in favor of America's terms? For now, India has made it clear it will not negotiate under pressure, nor will it rush into any deal. So next time someone says India rejected a fair deal, tell them, not all talk of equality means true balance. Sometimes, saying no is the greatest act of national interest.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.